Should I go to the steel place and get a 1/4-inch wall? This is 3/16. Nah. Waste a half an hour, 45 minutes, and I'll find something else. And like a dog by every fire hydrant, I gotta stop and look. So what I'm gonna do on this shades of thing to come day, scattered snow showers. We're gonna get blasted. They've been getting it in Flagstaff, Arizona, near where my ramp site is. And yeah. I go to Florida and watch the oranges freeze once every 10 years. Anyhow, so I'm going to stick a piece of, I guess, 2 1/4 square tubing inside, but since there's some slack here, maybe like the crankshaft and piss on Jap craps 6.2, then I'm going to cut down this strap here, flat strap, and I'm going to shove it inside there. I'm going to weld the ends completely shut, and then we'll be good to go, because I got to put the blazer back together. You notice I take things apart and I get distracted. I don't know, should I put oil seals on this and open the differential up and open up a can of worms? I don't know where my man is. He's supposed to be here. 70! He's supposed to be here. Building shelves. 9 o'clock. I don't know where he is. Anyhow, keep myself busy. I was on the computer looking at too many things on YouTube. Don't tell anybody. I got my wedges here. Someone precision machined these from CK5, Colorado K5, for just a couple dollars more than those crappy cast aluminum ones I buy at the local spring and hitch place. So these are different wedges. I'm not sure, a little thicker, a little thinner. So you stick these in so you get the proper nose angle, because look at that. That twisted drive shaft relative to the pinion yoke is not good. Beats on the U-joint. It should be straight, so you have to turn the axle, which I can't do now because the other side's still bolted tight and the shock absorber prevents it from moving. So we'll put some studs in to the square tubing to locate a hole on the top of the square tube to catch the bolt that holds the leaf springs together. And we'll put a bolt head, we'll weld it on to the square tubing so we don't pop them out and then all of a sudden have lots of play. Well, fix her up. Oh, jeez. Who needs this friggin' weather? Got my 2x4s. Had some problems yesterday with the Whaleco van. Put it on the tow dolly and put it in park, and it slipped and kept on going. And then I went to go get this thing, and you can see what happened here. And it's an unbalanced load. Yeah. Anyhow. Well, fix her up. How's this thing doing here? Got 45 seconds left of time. Need to see some videos of your places, folks. All kinds of people sending me nice messages, getting over the loss of my friend. Life goes on. Let's crank this baby up. Charge the gel batteries, or whatever they are, matte batteries. Optimas. Forget it. I'm not lighting up the glow plugs. Somebody asked me why I don't restore this thing. Give me a friggin' break. Look at the floor. Junk. See that? Junk. Garbage. Parts truck. Seems to run well. But I need a 6.5. Got work to do. Goodbye. Stop bothering me.
I don't know the address.
Just type in stupid videos.
Yeah, but how do you find it?
I'll tell you in a second. I don't want people to watch the video to know how to find me on YouTube. Oh, wait a second. It's the same people that are... I'm going to try and light up the waste oil furnace, but... Corvair Wild. Chevy Corvair. Corvair Wild. You know what this is?
The New York... It's Corvair? I knew it was Corvair. So
Corvair Wild. Just type in Corvair and it comes up. This is the New York Times.
What do you do?
You just watch. Light them up.
You make them all the time. How do you determine which one it is?
Just... Carpenter pretending he knows what he's doing. Uh-oh. Let's go see how our waste oil furnace is doing. Got heat yet?
I don't feel anything.
Yeah, friggin' trickling. Sure beats those sparks we had a few minutes ago. Ain't got this thing done yet?
Whoop.
Hey, you're cutting my wood! Oh well.
Stuff's wet.
Yeah, fresh off the stump.
Yeah.
Well, hopefully we can get some heat out of this thing one of these days. Screw it. My dad used to say, this is take two. My dad used to say, today is the first day of the rest of your life. And I'm saying this is the first screw of the rest of my life.
That's it.
The rest of my shelves. I get freaking organized. I can get this piece of junk. The fire's out. Can't light a freaking fire. Some pyromaniac. Yeah, right. No temperature. Get this T-Ruck cleaned out so I can get it out of here and put some 350 or 305. I got so many of them. Crack her up. Yep.
Like
From the little acorn, the oak tree does grow.
This is perfect.
Well, yeah. Watch your eyes. So what I've done here, and I showed you this, but just to... No, I'm talking to YouTube. You can watch. I got my outer 3/16, my inner 1/8, and I got some straps in there, and I hammered it in, and I really hammered it in. You could piss on Jap crap, because I was talking to him when I hammered him in. He hadn't watched my video this morning. Jeez, I guess he's working hard on that 6.2 piece of junk, 92,000 miles. It's like the junkyard. They all have 55,000 miles when you call the junkyard. So, ooh, that's hot. Got the gloves on. It's still hot. So, we'll continue welding these up. Then we're going to weld some caps on the end of them. Then we'll put them in the blazer. Whoop, don't throw the license plate. Got wood. Got to get to work. Start welding. The Christmas rentals. I don't know what you can see because I can't see the camera, but that was a shitty weld. Shooty weld, sorry. Don't want to use any swear words. There might be some people of higher caliber than me. I got class. All of it low. Anyway, so what I'm going to do now, I'm going to cut the plate off. And I've got the tubes all welded up. I'm going to cut the plate off, continue welding, do it to both of them. Put my shims in that I had somebody machine for me. Woo! What's this? This is like, reminds me of valve cover races. Silverado. Take the grinder and we'll cut these babies to size. Does it look like a snowstorm's coming? I'm calling for it. Inches and inches and inches of snow. There it is. Snap that off. I like watching Craig's C10 junker. starting up. And what was that about the battery cables? Sliding down. Never trust that the red is positive and the black is negative. This one's properly done. But I know what you mean. Sometimes they got a black cable with a little red line on it. Red cross. Red cross. Red cross is important. That was fun watching that C10 crank right up, Griggs. Keep on cutting. Another blade. $2.50, please. So you need some material to put on the bottom. I don't want to use OSB. It looks too modern. This is a 1918 building. I guess we got enough OSB. What the hell's going to make the difference? Uh-oh. Didn't cut them the same thickness. Let's go look outside. Torches. I love torches. Got them everywhere. Let's see what we got here. Might have to chip away a little bit of ice. Look at this. Crap.
1,000 feet in southern Vermont and the northern Berkshires. Winter weather advisories for the eastern Catskills.
Winter weather advisory. All we got is a couple of boards.
1, 2, 3. That might be enough.
Barely. Let's pull the whole pile down. Don't you love to do that?
I put them up nice and neat.
I know, but we're going to have to. We're going to clean this out. These are left over from steps. So what'd you call yourself? What was your name on?
Shazy Lake Heaven.
Shazy Lake Heaven. We got Fruit Loops, we got Spike Punk, we got Kriggs, we got Daspera for Price, we got Camel Driver, Piss on Jet Crap, and Diesel 6030, and Duger. Now we got, what was that name again?
Shazy Lake Heaven.
Shazy Lake Heaven. Whatever the hell that means. GMC, we know what that means. General Motors crap. Hey, there's the nut for my starter I was looking for. All right, it's 1 o'clock. Time for news. We gotta get some more material, and the winter weather warning is coming. Goodbye. Piss on Jack. I had nice half-inch holes drilled, but the price of drill bits after a half-inch goes crazy, so I torched in some bigger holes. All right. There's my, hey, look at that, it's a hammer. I'm going to go over there to Shazy Lake Heaven and tell them about my hammer. That's my locating pin for my lifting block. I got to drill the wedges out still. It's freaking turned into a big, hey, what are you doing to my pile of junk?
Yeah.
Jeez. Leave a guy alone for 5 minutes, and what does he do? Piles it up on a bunch of organized shelves. I'm not going to know where to find anything.
It's all in sections.
Junk,
Trailhead,
scraps, garbage,
wheels,
waste,
distributor caps,
look at that.
lighters,
No, that doesn't make any sense whatsoever.
torches,
I like it all.
starters, carburetors.
I like it. Carburetors? We don't need no stinking carburetors. Wow. You know, when I bought this thing in New Hampshire, the guy was living in it. Maybe I should.
Really?
Yeah. All right.
If we don't clean it out.
Try to get it open. There we go. All right. Hey! What happened to the engine? Gone.
Hey, it's an expensive bitch.
Oh, there's my freaking drill bit I was just looking for. Son of a gun. Had I opened this hood 10 minutes earlier, if you would have done your job.
Yes.
Yeah, I pulled this motor out probably in 2003. A neighbor did it with me. And
We'll take these two.
oh, there's a whole freaking pile. Look at that. What else we got down here? Treasure trove. 2 batteries. Chuck. Turbo 400. 411 gears or 410s. Chevrolet! I'm going to move this transmission now. 203.
You want me to take all this shit and put it in a
Well,
box?
no, it has to go in a little box I just put up by the road.
Yeah.
Because it's all the stuff for the engine. It's right out by the door where the door opens. Look at this. Oh, you closed the tailgate! This tailgate hasn't been closed in 5 or 6 or 7 years. I'm not going to know what to do. I can walk by. Look at this. I just walked by on the left of my waste oil furnace. It's rusted. Hey, I have no bumper. Huh, wonder where the bumper went. Junk. Wally World. How do you like that? T-Rock.
Yeah.
We'll get it out of here. Look at that. So we got two wedges now, a 3 degree and a 5 degree. My camera doesn't focus. I got two wedges, and we got the come along here. Pull the axle into place. And we got jack to jack up the spring. Don't raise the bridge to lower the river. And we got everything all organized. We got our block, which I triple reinforced with a pin, and I got a hole in here for the bolt. And look at my angle, my pinion angle. Right on the friggin' money. Look at that. It's a beautiful thing. This axle was never at the proper angle, maybe because it came from a pickup truck. And the spring perches, or the saddles, were at the wrong angle. So I'll tighten stuff up right now. Hold that light, Mr. Shazy Lake Heaven. Tighten things up. We'll come back in a moment. I got the duckbill pliers. We'll do a little body work over here. Straighten out bent fender. We'll put that rod back in. This is all staged because I've already done this. And then we'll check the angle. We got our blocks are almost tightened up. Look at that angle. I'm going to lower her down in a minute and see what our height is, but sure sits high in the front. 49 seconds. I'm tired of deleting stuff. I got to change those lugs. Just bought this at the only pawn shop in town. It was marked 35. The guy says, "Give me 20 bucks." I looked at it. It friggin' looked great. Atlas Copco. Even has the same fitting as mine. So I got this Ingersoll Rand I bought for 250 bucks a few years ago now, but I never liked it. Never felt as strong as they advertised it, this Ingersoll Rand made in USA. I got this Atlas Copco, and let me tell you, I'm tightening these big, giant nuts a lot better than that Ingersoll Rand one was. Wow. Moment of truth. This thing hasn't been down in I don't know how many years. Wow. How do you like that? I'm not used to seeing it. Looks like a four-wheel drive. Well, almost done here. Got everything snugged down. I hate not to keep you abreast of all my developments. But you put the stud in, a little tricky to get it in there. And then you put a nut on, an extra nut, wheel nut, backwards with a flat towards the axle. Put a bunch of washers in. Spray it with a bit of oil because you're going to be putting a lot of strain on. Spray some oil. And you crank on it with the impact gun, which I just bought at the pawn shop. And what you do is, I already tightened those, you look in the back and you make sure that the stud is pulled tight with the axle flange. Too tight and you have a problem. Too loose, of course, it won't tighten against the wheel, it'll crush the wheel. But what happened here was I overdid it and I pulled the threads right out of this old wheel nut, which was actually the original one from the piece of shit plow truck. Threads came right out. Interesting. So, that's all done. Back it off. We scrapped one washer. Junk. Put the old washers, which are the good washers still. We'll put them back in the bucket. Waste not, want not. And we're ready to put our wheel back on. The axle seal's leaking, but we got snowstorm coming. So I got a crappy axle seal somewhere. Right there. Dumping oil all over the brake shoes, but whatever. Can't deal with every problem today. I gotta take the axle cover off like I did on the S10, which is sold. Haven't heard back from the guy. I haven't seen it around. Hope he's having good luck with it. Put the wheels back on. See if our drive shaft angle improves, and see if the slip joint goes back in to the transfer case, wherever that is. It's cold here. We got snow coming. We'll fix her up. Alright, how's the Chevy going to look?
Galan said many of those who benefited from AIS have provided campaign donations to President.
Crank her up!
He's trying to change the Constitution.
You know, people do repairs to their vehicles and they say, oh, it sounds better, it feels better. Springs feel stiffer. Crock. I've been outside all friggin' day since 9:30 this morning. It's almost 8 o'clock. Republicana, yeah, baby. No problemo. Brinks towing. So, here we go. My 2.5-inch lift. It's going to look like what? Oh, baby.
popular, Uribe's approval rating
Uribe.
has dropped about 6 points since the scandal broke this fall. He recently went on national television to apologize.
Can you see a friggin' thing? Looks friggin' super. I never put a lift in any of my vehicles ever in my life.
It's very bad.
Boy,
Some analysts say
put an extra tire on top. It's lifted. Yep. Lifted.
Progress has failed to trickle down.
I made a video 2 years ago when I was in California in the Central Coast. Or where was I? I forget now. Anyways, the guy looked at the video. He saw his truck. It was a 58 Chevy Apache 4-wheel drive, fresh out of the paint shop. Now I forget where it was. Arroyo Grande, I think? Arroyo Grande. Just check my videos and just type in Apache. It's the only one. California Apache. What do you think? And there's this beautiful red 4-wheel drive. Oh, what a beaut. And a Porsche 911 pulls in with 20-something thousand miles. The woman had owned for a zillion years. Look at that. My hands are frozen. Sits real nice now. Probably too high. When I put the plow on, which I'll be doing in a minute, it's lifted. Oh boy, I'm cold. U.S. Army. Don't forget our military. Freedom ain't free. Right, PFC Watts? Thank you for serving. He's in Fort Benny. Who knows where he'll be heading off to? Afghanistan. And for YouTube, it's Corvair Wild. All right, put her down now. All right, I got her cranked up. I got the pins in. The locking pins are in. The hydraulic hoses are connected. And let's lift this baby up. Let's see what we got. I think I made it too high in the back. Up we go. Crank her up. Hard to tell. It's lifted. Whew. Go for a drive.